Okay, so I'm going to show you how to test a date picker, automate testing for a date picker over here. So this page for booking an appointment with a tattoo artist, and we have a date picker over here that we want to test and automate testing for, and we just want to pick the available dates on the calendar. Okay, so across different months there are different available dates, and we don't know which dates will be available. So let's get started. Let's go to snippet.uilicious.com to write a test. So we're going to clear this, and we'll start with go to the tattoo web shop. There we go, the website, and then we want to select artist. Let's just go ahead and say I select an artist, and I think we have Mike, and let's inspect our date picker over here. So let's see, let's grab this element and see what we have here. So we have a TD class appointable to indicate that it's appointable, or we have the title selected date is available. So you can write a CSS selector to grab some of the appointable dates. So let's try that. So we have document dot select query selector, use selector all to query multiple nodes, and we want appointable. So we have 16 appointable dates. I don't think we have 16 appointable dates. This is 0. No, this is not appointable. Okay. How about this? Let's try the title instead. This selected date is available title. Let's try this document dot query selector all. We'll do selector based on the title attribute, and equals to selected date is available. Try that. Now we have 13 nodes. Let's have a look at that. So yeah, this is available. Oh, this is not available. That's a lie. This date is actually not available. Okay, so let's have a look again at how can we narrow down a CSS selector to be only picking the appointable dates. So we have appointable, and we have for this date it has a class not appointable, it seems. Let's have a look at that. This one, expand this. We have the class. We have unselectable, disabled, and we have not appointable, and it's also appointable. Okay, so let's try document dot query selector all. We want an element that is appointable, and I always want it to be not appointable. So use the not pseudo selector, which will select elements that are not of a specific class. So let's say let's select a TD element that is appointable and not appointable. Let's try this. 16 still. It is, oh, I spelled this wrong. So now we have 6. Oh, okay, so we have these 5 that are appointable, and then this one is not supposed to be here. We don't want this, and this is because it's in the past, so we don't want that. So okay, let's update this query selector, we want it to be appointable, not appointable, and also not a pass day. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try this for the next month as well. Make sure that this works. So let's go ahead and run the same query. So we got all of this. Yep. So this is the selector, CSS selector that we want. We'll copy this, and what we want to do is we want to say I.click this this button. So let's go ahead and run that. Okay, so you go to website, click on my select my artist, and now we can we are able to select 7 as the date of appointment, which is correct because it's a appointable date that is not appointable and not a past date. Okay, so what if the current month that is being shown has no available dates? So we want to make this logic a little bit smarter so that if this month doesn't have a pointable date, we will go to the next month and try to find an appointable date for in the following month. So let's make this a little bit smarter. So I'm just going to create a function over here. Call it pick any appointable date function. Let's move this here. I want to also make this easier to read. Let's just call this, make this a variable and call this the appointable date CSS selector. I'm gonna click on that. Oh, but we want this to be a conditional, so let's do we want to say if I don't see the appointable date selector, then I don't click the appointable date selector, otherwise we will go to the next month. And let's make this a little bit easy. So we want to condition like if it fails, it doesn't raise an error, so we put this in error suppression mode with a $sign. So if we see an appointable date, then we'll click on the appointable date CSS selector and we'll go to the next month. So we need to get the CSS selector for this arrow over here. So this one is UI Datepicker next. So let's do that. I.click this UI Datepicker next, and then we'll go to the next one, and then we'll repeat this again. Let's go and pick any appointable date. And we also want to set a limit because we don't want to do this accidentally run this infinitely when there are no appointable dates into indefinitely into the future. So let's set some kind of limiter. So we have we'll take in a limit, and we'll just reduce the limit every time we call this function. And what we'll do is like if set a default for the limit, we'll just say type of limit equals to undefined. So if we don't define a limit, I'll just say limit equals to 6. This be peak ahead of the peak ahead into the next 6 months default. And then if the limit reaches 0, then we'll just print out a statement that says text.log using test.log.info and just say that there's no available date full stop. I just return this so that the function will stop. I just say stop and exit function. Okay, so let's just test if the loop works. I'm just going to set this. Let's just test if this part of the code works. So I'm just going to intentionally fail this all the time. Let's just move this to a variable. Bar has available date. I just call it a pointable. Has a pointable date. And we're just going to make this, this should be this way. Make this be false all the time for the purpose of testing this the code here and making sure everything's working. So let's go ahead and run that. Okay, so we do stop after 6 attempts to um, find the available date, and if you doesn't find the available date, you click on the next month. So we start at December and click on the next month. Now we are at January. Click on the next month, and now we're at Feb, and finally we'll be at May, and we decide to give up and print out a statement that says there's no available date found. Okay, cool. So this works, and now we have the logic set in for if in case the current month doesn't have an available date, it will go to the next month, and then try to find an available date in the next month. So let's remove our appointable date equals false statement. Just run this to make sure everything works. Okay, so there we go. We go to the website, select the artist, make sure it's Mike. If we see it, then we will click on the appointable date, and that's all. That's the end of end of the test. You can see the date 7 is selected on the calendar.